Hello, hello. This is J.Goddess, J.Goddess Tarot, and I want to welcome you to another pick a pile or pick a card reading. So, in today's reading, this is about taking action now. Love, life, anything that could be going on or coming up for you, and the timing of it. So, I have three piles today for today's reading. I have the pile with the greenish brownish heart, the pinkish heart with kind of like black striations or stripes going through it, and then the speckled, the white heart or the cream colored heart with black speckles. And I want you to take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and decide which pile resonates with you the most. And in this particular pick of card, this is a timeless reading, so if nothing really is calling to you, there may not be messages in any of the decks for you at this moment. But if you would come back at a later time, there may be something that's really calling to you. So follow your intuition on this. While you are deciding which pile to choose, please check out the links below in the description box. I have a link to my paid readings on Ko-fi as well as Etsy. Specifically on Ko-fi, I also have my paid membership site where I publish a lot of exclusive readings, Too Hot for YouTube readings, 18 plus, future spouse readings. We have a whole lot of fun there with my high vibe tribe of subscribers. And I also take requests there. Some other links you will notice are my social media links, including my link to my Instagram and a link to my Tumblr. And lastly, you will notice a link to my Amazon wish list. So if you ever wish to gift me a deck, I'd very much appreciate it. And I would use it in many pick a pile, pick a card readings, as well as in private readings that I do. So I'm going to take a moment, two or two more, and then let's get started. All right, my pal ones. So for those of you who chose this lovely kind of greenish heart with the brown running through it, this is your reading about what you need to take action on now. Now, I used a mix of tarot cards and oracle cards from various decks to bring through any messages I could from universe, spirit, about what you need to really take action on right now. Is it in love? Is it in career? Is it in other portions of your life? What have you? And and I also pulled some cards around timing of this thing. So let's get started. We have Six of Cups, Seven of Swords, Two of Cups, and Queen of Cups. So right off the bat, with all of the Cups cards, with 3 out of the 4 tarot cards being Cups cards, there is a lot of emotion around you and within you, and possibly that you're not expressing right now, my pal ones. And what I'm feeling is you have this deep desire for love and family and things like that, but I feel you're not being honest with yourself about your desires. I feel that you may be saying things to yourself like, I'll never have that, or that's not for me, that's for other people, or, and you could be doing something like burying yourself in work to avoid really facing and being honest with yourself about this desire to be loved, this desire to have love in your life and be in romantic relationships. I have a feeling that you use, or you are possibly a workaholic to avoid addressing some of those emotions and feelings that you have around love and your desires, my pal ones. And Spirit is saying, one thing that right now you can take action on, or really would be best for you to take action on, is surrendering that doubt, surrendering those old beliefs, surrendering those old limitations, really doing some inner work, really tapping into your gifts, working on your self-confidence, doing some things around your self-concept, things of that nature, because we have waiting and inner knowing. So I feel for some of you, actually for many of you who chose this pile, you could have spent maybe a lot of time, in your mind anyway, a lot of time waiting for certain things to come in. You felt that, let's say you felt your Prince Charming was going to come in and sweep you off your feet, and that has not happened. And you may have some feelings of, it's never going to happen for me because of this waiting that you've gone through. It's time for you to stop waiting in a passive manner. So this inner knowing that came out, you know what you want. I feel it's time for you to be really honest with yourself. And this doesn't mean you have to go and be public and with other people and tell other people your thoughts. Something like journaling may be very useful for you, my pal ones. And first of all, to stop blocking out those emotions that you're feeling about your wants and desires and trying to bury them or dismiss them. If journaling isn't your thing, maybe trying audio journaling would be useful, because audio journaling is something that is, you can be a little more in the flow of the moment, especially if you're anything like me and your hand cramps up quickly when you write a lot of stuff, especially because you remember your mind moves faster than your hand, but your mouth moves faster than your hand as well. So if audio journaling might be something you want to look into, just as a way to process, I think, a lot of suppressed emotion. Now, some other oracle cards that came out were deceiving you, abandoned, guarded, email, call, or text. This is really relaying to me that you have been the person, the deceiver here has been you to yourself. You've been deceiving you. You have been naysaying yourself. You've been dismissing yourself. You have been trying to tell yourself, things aren't for you or that you don't really want things. I think you have gone through great lengths, whether you realize it or not, to really suppress certain things. And it's time for you to take action now to start working through those items, releasing those things, start doing that inner work and inner healing for any past negative experiences or negative outcomes that have impacted you, from traumas to, bad relationships or bad breakups, whatever that looks like for you, my pal one. Everyone is different, has different experiences. You may have experienced being abandoned in the past or felt that way because of a relationship. And the result of that, and that could be a romantic relationship, a friendship, a familiar relationship, like from in your childhood. I feel there's some feelings underlying a lot of your behaviors of suppression within yourself that are rooted in this feeling of abandonment. So you're very guarded. You feel that if I protect myself in this way, I don't have to worry about getting hurt again. And the action you need to take now is to start healing from that stuff. Start releasing that stuff, because it really is weighing you down. It really is weighing heavy on your heart and on your soul, because at the core of your being that you want certain things. You want this, maybe, marriage and white picket fence, or you want this long-term partner that is, faithful and good to you, and you two really resonate with one another, etc. But I feel you've been doing a lot of deceiving of yourself. Like that deceiving you in Seven of Swords definitely resonates. You have to start, we're taking it, you don't have to do anything, you have free will, but the spirit universe is saying the action that you can take now is to really start working on and processing those things, releasing those things. And like I said, I feel for you specifically, journaling or audio journaling may be very helpful. Spending time in nature, reaching out to other resources like mental health professionals, especially when you're dealing with some really heavy or deep rooted stuff, would be probably very useful for you. And once again, I feel an anxiety coming through for this pile, that some of you want to take those steps, but you have a concern or worry that other people will know. Know that your healing is your business, and you don't have to tell anyone anything you don't want to. And if, especially when you're working with a professional, they have codes and agreements and confidentiality they have to abide by. Don't judge yourself for needing to take these steps and do this healing, because it is part of the human experience, and there's nothing wrong with you. And I feel many of you needed to hear that. You just need to really take action now on your own healing and releasing that old story, that old stagnant energy, things that aren't serving you. Now, timing, the reason why you need to take action now on this is because the timing is saying when it happens is the perfect time and fall. So I feel this is for the timing of a romantic relationship to come in. You will not even see it or be open to that energy if you do not do some internal work around the things that you're holding on to. So that's the take action now, is to do that internal work. So in the fall, or when it happens, it is the perfect time. And I feel that is a message for some of you. It's truly going to be fall from whatever time you're watching this. For some of you, it's just going to be when the time is perfect, because divine timing is fluid. Remember, time is a man-made construct just for humans to be able to measure, our lives ticking by, not to be morbid, but it's true. So timing, if you're worried about timing, don't. Just focus on that healing, because that is, things are going to start opening up for you once you start clearing some of those energetic blockages you have. And then email, call, or text, I feel there is going to be some communication between you and this new love interest, especially with this Two of Cups energy. It's not just what you want, it's also what's on the horizon for you. But you doing that inner work, that self-work, taking action now on that is really going to be useful. Otherwise, I truly believe you will not see it when it comes in. And it doesn't mean you're going to miss it forever, not at all. Or you'll see it and you may not be open to it because you are still in this very guarded place because of the things you've gone through. So those are the messages that came through for you, my pal ones, about what you need to take action now on. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when I post new videos. Also, check out the links below in the description box. I have a link to my paid readings on both Ko-fi and Etsy. On Ko-fi also, I have my paid membership site. So I post a lot of exclusive pick-a-card readings and 18 plus, too high for YouTube readings, future spouse readings, etc. We have a lot of fun in that high vibe tribe. I also do readings by request over there. Some other links in the description box include my social media links, such as my Instagram and my Tumblr. And last but not least, I have a link to my Amazon wish list. If you ever wish to gift me with a deck, I'd very much appreciate it and would use it in a lot of pick-a-pile readings as well as my private readings. However, if this is where I leave you for now, thank you for letting me read for you, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Hello, hello, my pal twos. For those of you who chose this lovely pink heart with like black striations going through it, this is your reading for what you need to take action on now. And looking at this, I use a mix of tarot cards and oracle cards to bring through whatever messages I could from spirit at this time about what you need to take action on right now, as well as the timing. Now for you, there is a lot going on here, my pal twos. And let's start with the tarot. We have the Lovers, Four of Wands, Judgment, and the Star. So right off the bat, you have 3 of your 4 tarot cards that came out were major arcana. And this is a major, major theme in your life. What I'm specifically feeling, especially with the Lovers and the Four of Wands coming out together, this is talking about a love connection, potentially like a twin flame love connection, if that term resonates with you, or if nothing else, a higher level soul connection that you're going to have. If you're not currently with this person, this is something that is coming in 5 months or so, or when the flowers bloom. But more than that, it's coming in, I'm going to say this, in not a very long period of time. And this looks so wonderful, but like with everything, let's walk through the cards and kind of see what they're saying. So we have the Lovers and Four of Wands. Like I said, that is twin flame energy right there. I think you're going to have a very hot, loving, passionate connection, a lot of celebration, a lot of joy with someone. And I feel the Judgment is this will come in when you stop worrying, my pal twos. A lot of things is one of the messages is about like what you need to take action on now. That's one part of it, because this person is going to be like a wish fulfilled. Like there's going to be so much connection in this love affair, in this passionate relationship. Now, like with anything this hot, deep, passionate, there are other things. There's a broader view that Spirit Universe is really wanting you to take with this. So some of the oracle cards that came out were love and magic. And a twin flame connection or a higher level soul connection really feels like that. It is like magic. It's love and magic. And the thing about you and whoever this person is coming in, because I feel for most of you, you are not with this person. Even if it's somebody you have not interacted with them from a romantic perspective, like if it was a casual relationship, like say somebody you know from your job but you don't work directly with them, or if you are a student, like say somebody you know at university but you maybe took a class with them but you've never interacted with them in a romantic capacity. So for some of you, you may even know them casually. For others of you, you haven't met them yet. But this is where Spirit really wants you to pay attention. So some other oracle cards that came out were controlling, heartbroken, it will take time, and happy with you. So one of the things you can take action on right now, my pal twos, in this releasing and this judgment, you probably like things to go your way and you like things a very specific way. Now, when this person comes in that is being indicated through, this reading, it's like I said, it's going to be hot, it's going to be passionate, it's going to be a lot of resonance, and I feel that you guys are going to be able to have the capability to go really, really fast. Okay, that's one thing to just be aware of. But something you're being called to take action on right now is some of those potentially controlling tendencies you have. Now, you may not see them as controlling. So Spirit is saying a way to assess what this is, you're going to have to do some reflection. You're going to have to do some self-reflection in order to figure this out if you aren't already aware of them. So think about in any past relationships or even in any friendships where you've been called controlling, or you always want things your way, or things people have said to you like that. Those are the behaviors that are being brought forth right here. Because when this person comes in and you two meet and you click and it's just like go, 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 and we jive and we want to be together and it's hot and it's passionate and all this, if those controlling tendencies, because a twin flame connection is so intense, are just going to ratchet up a notch, and what can eventually happen is everything is amplified with a twin flame. You could potentially end up heartbroken. So twin flame is like a double-edged sword. If you have done the internal work to be in a twin flame connection, that also means while you were doing your self-work, your shadow work, you're working on your self-confidence and self-esteem and self-concept, so was your twin flame. If you have not done that work, neither have they. That's the double-edged sword. So Spirit is calling you to work on yourself right now and really be in alignment for when this connection comes in. See, because either way, you guys are going to jive. You're going to sync. It's going to be hot. It's going to be passionate. But it's not going to be sustainable in the way you would probably like it to be and for your highest good without you doing that internal work, because that means they haven't done their internal work. So if you do your internal work, especially, I think control is the biggest maybe thing for you that you need to be cognizant of and do some self-reflection and self-work on. It will also prompt and inspire them to do their work, because a twin flame, this person is the other half of your soul. So what you do, and you mirror one another. So the more you do your work, the more they're going to do their work. And when you two come together, the more likely it is to, even if it starts out, and it will either way, start out hot, passionate, fast, mind-blowing, you've never experienced anything like this, the more you do your work, the more, once that chemical high of connecting with somebody, because that's what happens in our bodies, chemical reaction when we like somebody. There's all types of things, you can Google that to look that up, about the chemical reactions that go off in people's bodies when they're attracted to somebody and they're really on a date and having a good time and all that stuff. You will be more able, once those things die down a little bit, you'll be more able to go in and say, okay, now let's really build a relationship. Let's really have this be something sustainable, something long lasting, because it will take time. And I think that it will take time. It means even when you've done your work, it's going to take time for you two to build together. And that's not a negative thing, because sometimes things that come together too quickly don't have a solid enough foundation. And with this person, I'm really seeing that that it's there for you. The potential is there for you to have this solid foundation, and they're really going to be happy with you. I think there's going to be a lot of happiness and joy, and like I said, resonance and satisfaction with each other in this connection. And now timing, it says when flowers bloom or 5 months. This is a timeless reading. So it could be when the flowers bloom. If the flowers are blooming right now when you're watching it, it could be right now, or it could be the next time flowers bloom. And then 5 months. 5 months, I feel, is, I think for some of you, when flowers bloom, meaning immediately, is the message. For other, it's like in thirds. For another third of you, when flowers bloom, that could be the next time flowers bloom. And but the majority of you, I think that 5 months is a really good measure of when this energy, this person is really coming in. And that gives you some time to take a step back and take action now on maybe becoming more self-aware, working on some controlling tendencies that you may have and may have engaged in past relationships, and seeing what the root of that is. Because everyone is different. Everyone would have a different root cause of why they interact or do what they do in relationships. But this is a great time for you to do that. So this is what came out for you, my pal twos, about what you need to take action on now. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and also check out the links below in the description box. I have a link to my paid readings on both Coffee and Etsy. And on Etsy, on Coffee, sorry, I also have my paid memberships where I do exclusive pick a card readings, 18 plus pick a card readings, juicy, too hot for YouTube, future spouse readings. And then you will also see links to my social media, including my Instagram and my Tumblr. And last but not least, there is a link to my Amazon wish list. So if you ever wish to gift me a deck, I'd very much appreciate it. And I would use it in a lot of pick a card readings. So if this is where I leave you for now, thank you for letting me read for you. And I look forward to seeing you in another video. Hello, my pal threes. So for those of you who selected this kind of cream colored heart with the black spots or speckles in it, this is your reading about what you need to take action on now. This is a timeless reading, of course. So I used a mix of tarot cards and oracle cards to bring through whatever messages I could about what you need to take action on. So let's start with the tarot cards. We have the Moon, Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So right off the bat, you have two of your four cards are major arcana. So this is quite an important thing in your life. And what I'm seeing is this is work related or career related. What I think is going on and what you need to take action on, what is really coming through is you're not seeing yourself clearly. And I feel this could be for a multitude of reasons, my pal threes. I feel that some of it may be, you lack confidence in doing certain things and taking charge in your career or going to the next level. But for others of you, I feel that you see it, but you're almost afraid to own it, if that makes sense. So what you're being called to do or take action on right now is in this kind of space of not being clear. You may be a little hazy. You may be in a job or career that really doesn't satisfy your soul, really doesn't align with your highest good or your best good. Don't spend time. So to take action on it is kind of twofold right now. Don't spend time dwelling on what you don't want and don't like. Some things that you can really do right now to tap in and really, I think you need to understand who you are on a deeper level is really coming through, is something like yoga or meditation, especially if you're working a job that or in a career that is really not in alignment with you, who you are, who you want to be, even if it's a good job and pays well. I feel that yoga will help you gain that clarity. Meditation will help you gain that clarity that you need, that this Queen of Swords energy that you're meant to embody. Because once you get to that place, you're going to be able to walk into whatever it is that you want to do. Start on that path and be very determined, like this Knight of Pentacles. Because at the end of the day, under all this, you are a boss with this Emperor energy. Like, you got this badass leadership energy. And I feel to some extent you know that, For some of you, I feel that if you know it, you purposely bury it or naysay yourself. For others of you, you don't even know you have it. So I feel that doing something that will really help you get grounded, get centered, and really tap into the core of who you are, like yoga or meditation. And there's different styles of each. YouTube, Google, search things. You can find plenty of free resources out there. You are called to take action now to get to know yourself on a deeper level and start and get clarity on what you want and who you are. So some oracle cards that came out were light and free spirit. I feel that a message coming through is, for some of you, you have not been shining your light. I feel you have been dulling your light, or not dumbing yourself down. I wouldn't say that, but dulling your light for others. And this is especially coming through, like I said, this spread more than the others is specifically talking about work and career. So I feel you've been dulling your light, and at the core of you, there's a free spirit. There's somebody who wants to fly high, who has brilliant ideas, who has a brilliant mind. And there's a lot of people that may not understand how creative you are, or how good you are in certain things, because you don't show it. Like, you are meant to embody this Queen of Swords energy. And I feel, like I said, once you really start owning that, embodying that, and then moving in alignment with it, you're going to not only be able to shine your light and show how good of a leader you are. That could be striking out on your own and starting a side business, or going into business full time. That could be getting a job more in alignment with who you are, and is more soul satisfying than what you do now. Whatever that is. But I think you also attract that energy to you in terms of a partner. But more so specifically, I think this energy is really about career. Now, some other oracle cards that came out were dig deeper, trapped emotions, work it out, and friendship only. So dig deeper makes sense. In this moon energy that you're in this kind of time where you lack clarity, you are being called to dig deeper and release some trapped emotion. And I feel this is emotion around acceptance of who you are, and how bright your light really is, and how good you really are, how talented you really are. I feel that it is imperative. You are, taking action now. It is imperative for you to take action now on that, because it will open up so many pathways for you. Now, work it out in friendship only. I feel that part of that digging deeper is you're going to have to work some things out. You're going to have to shift your mindset. That's what's coming through. Shift your mindset. And I think this is really, really strongly coming through, is like, shift your mindset about who you are and what you can do. Something also that works, that I've seen personally work, are affirmations. But affirmations are a tool. They're only just a tool. And look up, like, I'm feeling called to really tell you, look up like law of assumption on YouTube and self-concept, because I feel that is, in this time of lack of clarity, you digging deeper, releasing that trap emotion, working on your self-concept, working on who you say you are and what you say to yourself about what you can do, is so important, so you can move through and embody this Queen of Swords energy. And then friendship only. I feel in this time of you doing this work, digging deeper, going through this change, it may be prudent. Now, of course, you have free will. You can do whatever you want. It may be for your highest good at the moment, because you're going to start attracting other energies that see, you glowing and you growing, and this could be a glow up for you, in a lot of ways. I feel it may be really imperative or prudent, I'll say, to maybe not get into any serious romantic relationships, because that may distract you from moving, going forward in what you're trying to do and who you're trying to be. Doesn't mean you can't date and do all of those things, but I feel that maybe having more platonic relationships that are really fulfilling and healthy may be a better choice at this time than entering into any new romantic relationships. So in terms of timing, what came up was all the time and 3 years. Now, Don't get spooked by the 3 years. The way this energy is coming through for the 3 years is, and I really appreciate that it came out, the spirit let it come out with the all the time, because you have free will and you are in control. What this is saying is this particular time where you're really feeling this pull, you're really feeling this disconnect, you're really feeling this lack of clarity. I feel the next time it will come around is in 3 years. But at any time, all the time, you can take action to work on your self concept, to dig deeper, to release things that need to be released, to shine your light, to embody the Queen of Swords energy. You're not restricted in any way from doing that because you have a choice. But this particular maybe alignment of the stars, I don't know what to call it, may not happen again for you for another 3 years. And what I'm seeing this could be the peak time that you are motivated to maybe make those changes. That's how I'm really reading the energy of the 3 years. Doesn't mean it's the only time you can do it. It means that this particular cycle at its peak, where you feel most empowered, maybe most confident, maybe most bold to make these changes and do this work, is it going to be in another 3 years from whatever time you're watching this reading. This is a timeless reading. So those are the things you kind of need to take action on now, my pal threes, in order to really, I feel, operate really at the highest level that you were meant to operate. So this is the messages that came through for you, my pal threes. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when I post new videos. Also, check out the links below in the description box. I have a link to my paid readings on Ko-fi and Etsy. And also on Ko-fi, I have my membership site. So I publish a lot of exclusive content for my paid subscribers, such as, juicy 18 plus pick a card readings, as future spouse readings, some longer readings, and all that jazz. Please feel free to come and join us over there. We have so much fun in my High Vibe tribe of subscribers. Also, you'll see links to my social media outlets, including Instagram and Tumblr. Definitely love to connect. Follow me on those. And then I have a link to my Amazon wish list, where feel free to, if you ever would like to buy me a deck, I'd very much appreciate it. And I'd use it in a lot of pick a card readings, both paid and private. But if this is where I leave you for now, thank you for letting me read for you today. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.